Well, hello and welcome to the Friday edition of glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb up your Periscope. This morning, I'm bringing you the world to New Zealand, the New Zealand to the world. We start with something that's going on in the world. On the hottest on the back of VW's troubles with their dodgy emissions testing results, we've got Samsung now, my favourite brand of electronica. Samsung, they are now fighting accusation of TV energy efficiency test rigging. Get your mouth around that. They're saying that they're not guilty of this. But if you are worried that your Samsung telly is not doing the energy efficiency that you thought that it was, I am prepared to take it off your hands. I'll even come round and pick it up. Now, we've got some very important chairs to focus on this morning. It doesn't get any more important than this is Sergei Lavrov. He's the Russian foreign minister at the UN there. He's doing a press conference. And as you can quite clearly see in this photo, you've got the Aeron chair there. You know, the Aeron chair. Where have I seen that before? That's my studio there. That's the chair I sit on. So that's the chair favoured by some of the most important asses in the world, right there. So that's the kind of bum you're dealing with on this show. I just want to make that quite clear. That's the Aeron chair, available from Matisse. Names are funny, aren't they? Well, let's keep it with world affairs. Because I noticed on another television screen this morning, this bloke here, he's the shadow foreign secretary in England, part of Jeremy Corbyn's new cabinet, and his name is Hillary, Ben. Is Hillary really a bloke's name? I don't want to sound old-fashioned and fuddy-duddy and sexist and misogynist, but that's an unusual one, isn't it? Hillary for a bloke. But he's not the only one with strange names today. John Key is speaking at the UN. Presumably he'll get to sit on a Matisse chair at some stage. But before he speaks, we've got a few other interesting people taking the podium. I mean, we've got Charles Flanagan from Ireland. That's a reasonably normal sort of a name. But before him, the Minister of Foreign Affairs for Algeria, Mr. Ramtane Lamamra. So that's not too weird. We get on to Chad, and we've got Mr. Musa Faki Muhammad. He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs there. It's getting a little bit crazy. Immediately before Mr. Key today, from Antigua and Barbuda, the Prime Minister, Mr. Gaston Alfonso Brown. Nicaragua's Vice President, Mr. Moises Omar Haleslevens Acevedo. When I first saw that, I thought it was avocado. Disappointingly, it wasn't. I think the one that takes the cake, though, is the Vice President of Botswana, who might be on shortly, if you want to catch his speech. He's Mr. Mogwitsi Eric Kiabetswe Masisi. Some good names out there. Good names. Next time you think Lord is a strange name, think again. Now, 50. Is that an important milestone? It is if you're a human being, but how about if you're a city? Porirua is 50 today. I've never ever heard of a city celebrating its 50th birthday before. Anyway, the Mayor, Nick Leggett, says one of the things he's been most fascinated by with the 50th celebrations is the photo wall that's been set up. Certainly sounds like exciting times in Porirua. Are you listening to this, world? Are you gripped? And I'd like to finish up with a Palmerston North story because we've got an obscene headstone that's causing problems. It's this one here. If you have a look at that, and at the bottom there it says, I don't F. I think those are supposed to be extras, but they've come out as X's. The engraver obviously doesn't do extras, which is a shame. Anyway, F asterisk K with you. So that's a nice That's a nice sentiment to put on your gravestone. It's caused a little bit of offence, and it made me wonder, what will they put on my gravestone? And I thought, well, it's probably going to be something like this. It says, glennzb should have tried harder. If only he'd applied himself. Disruption to others. That's my school report. Anyway, that was the last you'll hear from me, ever. And today, I don't think, you know, when you see that, that'll be the last. I'm not. You will hear from me again on Monday. That has been glennzb TV for Friday. Thank you so much for having me up your Periscope. And that was me waving my hands in the air like I just don't care. I'll see you back here again on Monday. That's a promise. If something happens to me, that's what I'd like.